Hello, this is the Montu Sensors with another video. Today's video is going to be is Trump a fascist? Now I've seen this quite a lot lately. Me personally, I don't think he is. He doesn't fit the the actual definition of fascism, which is the far right authoritarian characterization by dictatorial power, forcible suppression of opposition and strong regiment of society of the economy. Now, I don't see Trump doing this to the extreme as people think that he is doing. Now, there's like a comparison thing. I couldn't find the chart. Basically, they were comparing some of the Hitler things. Like he won the popular vote and he attacks his opponents and stuff like that. Kind of like generalizations. Most of them are generalizations that you probably could fit pretty much on almost anybody. Probably not almost anybody, but quite a few people. But there's a lot of stuff on here that I don't really agree with. Like he's against like immigration. There's a difference between being against immigration and being against illegal immigration or undocumented immigration. I don't know which is correct. But I say illegal because I that's what it is. I don't know why people say undocumented. That's the same thing as illegal. That's from the Obama administration. I would like to point out that that made up these laws where you had to be deported. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. There was actually more people deported under Obama in his first term than Trump's terms. I could be wrong about that by now. It might be a little bit more than it was less at a certain point in time, but it could be surpassed by then. So I could be mistaken on that. So don't quote me on that. But I don't get why people think he's a fascist. He's nowhere near Hitler. Some people think he's worse than Hitler or is at least equal to Hitler. This is a lot of people, I guess, compare these two, and I remember when Obama was president that he was compared to like Mussolini and Hitler also. There's some similarities you could find in Obama too. So it's not just Trump that they're just going after. Like a lot of presidents lately have been kind of compared to Hitler. Trump being the closest one, I guess. I mean, he is. I would guess a nationalist, and then I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You can be a nationalist, fine. You don't go too far with it. You're just proud of your nation. I don't think there's anything. I know that's kind of a controversial thing to say that you're proud of your nation, and there's nothing wrong with being proud of your nation. It just depends what you do with it. Granted, but he hasn't really forcefully done anything to suppress like the press or free speech or anything that would consider him a dictator or fascist in any way, shape, or form. Now there are comparisons that do match up. That yeah, it looks like you could compare fascism to it, but it's so like generalized. Then it's most of it is. I'm not saying all of it is. Some of it's we have some outliers that here and there with that, but well, I believe for the most part he does not match anything that comes close to fascism or dictatorship. I know there's a lot of quotes of him saying he's not going to peacefully, I can't remember the quote exactly. He wasn't going to, shift the power over peacefully. And that's taken a little bit out of context. He said frankly, there won't be a shift in power. There'll be a continuation. So he's confident he's going to win the election. That's what I got from it. They usually just take the first part of the quote and not say all of it. Usually that's the case, and that's very unfortunate that the news media does that. A lot of media does that. I noticed quite a bit. Very biased media, as I would say. But other than that, I don't see him as a fascist or a dictatorial. Not at least yet. I'm not saying there won't be a time where I might change my mind to that position where like yeah he might be going to fascism, he might be going to this dictator status, but there's a lot of balances of power and things that even if he just refuses to shift the power over, he's going to be forced out. It's like he has no power if he's voted out. Like what the fuck he's going to do? Just sit in the fucking White House and not move? Like he'll be forcibly out. He'd be arrested. He'd be removed. Like it's not that fucking difficult. You can't like unless he, I guess, declares war on somebody. Even then, sooner or later that's going to end, and the power shift will continue. So I don't see what he could do to really fucking stop that. And that I think that's one of the bigger issues people are taking with him, and he won't shift, his power willingly. But honestly, there's nothing he can do that would warrant him not to do that, except declaring war. And that I doubt we will do, or it be approved. The Senate can overturn them quite easily. That's why they're there. Thank God. There's a pretty good balance of power within that structure, even though I think it's kind of shitty at times. It does balances out pretty well with the powers of the president and senate and whatever, etc. But that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening. Rate, comment, and subscribe.